What's going on, guys? Ryan O'Toole back here again, giving you guys another review. Today I'm going to be reviewing a movie that came out last year. I saw a couple days ago. I've been holding it off for so long to see it. It's one of the best films of last year, and that movie is Ex Machina, directed by Alex Garland, starring Donald Gleason, Alicia Vikander, and Oscar Isaac. Now, the plot to this movie is that Donald Gleason's character, named Caleb, he's like a computer guy that works for this small company. He wins a one-week trip to this small tropical island out in the middle of nowhere. He finds this small house and he finds out that it's owned by the CEO of this big artificial intelligence company. His name's Nathan, played by Oscar Isaac, who's this guy who likes to work out a lot, but he's really smart. And Isaac wants Gleason to test out this brand new artificial intelligence robot that he created that is very smart to human emotion. But some things happen in this movie that Gleason totally was not expecting. Now guys, this is one of those movies that was extremely underrated. Like, no one even knew what this movie was until the months coming when people saw what this movie could bring. It's gotten really great reviews from critics. It got 2 Oscar nominations, including original screenplay and visual effects. And I must say, guys, after watching this movie a couple days ago, I was beyond impressed with what it had to offer. There's a lot of things I want to talk about with this movie, so let's get straight to the positives and negatives of Ex Machina. The first thing I liked about this movie is obviously the performances. All of the performances in this movie are phenomenal. There's basically only 4 people in this movie, but one performance I think really stands out is Oscar Isaac's character. He blew me away in this movie. With all the movies I have seen Oscar Isaac in, Star Wars The Force Awakens, Ex Machina, and now X-Men Apocalypse in 3 months, this guy is just continuing to show me that he's one of the best actors working today, and I mean that. Oscar Isaac is a phenomenal actor, and he definitely showed it in this movie. Great job, Oscar Isaac. Next, I want to talk about the robot, Ava, played by Alicia Vikander. This chick has a bright career ahead of her. Alicia Vikander, she is nominated for an Oscar for The Danish Girl, Best Supporting Actress. And that kind of surprised me because she gave such a performance where she's this robot. She's not a human, even though she looks like one. She does give a good amount of dialogue in this movie, but just the body movements and everything she gives and the way she presents her character is beyond amazing. I really loved her character. And now the main character in this movie, Donald Gleason. I think that's how you say his name. He did pretty good in the movie as well. I didn't think he was amazing, but he definitely did his service. Another thing I loved about this movie is the location that it takes place in. It is gorgeous. The camera shots are beautiful, the cinematography is breathtaking, and the house, which is located in this forest, just looks beautiful. Without those shots, this film would have just looked dull and not bright. So that definitely helped make the film look great. Now, as I mentioned before, guys, this movie is nominated for Best Original Screenplay, and I can see why. Ex Machina is a movie that doesn't have any action sequences. This is a movie that doesn't have any explosions, or this is a movie that doesn't have any type of Oscar things where people are screaming at each other and throwing shit against the wall. This is a totally dialogue-driven film. If you could think about it, it kind of reminds me of The Hateful Eight. The Hateful Eight took place in this snowy location. It took place in one space, and these 8 people were stuck in a cabin, and they had to figure out which one was the culprit, and so it ended up in Tarantino blood and violence. That's what Ex Machina is, and that is what surprised me about this film. It was great. Great writing from a first-time director. Alex Garland, which is a name no one's heard of. This is his first movie, and it deserves a round of applause. As much as I like this movie, guys, there are some things that I didn't like about the movie. So let's talk about the negatives. The first thing that I have to mention about this movie is that the pacing can be a little bit too long, which makes the movie kind of boring at times. I thought the beginning was kind of slow, like it took about 20 minutes to get into the good things of this movie. Usually, guys, with dialogue driven movies like this, it's very difficult to keep an audience entertained from around 15 or 20 minutes. I felt like if the filmmakers were to shorten out some of the longer scenes in this movie, it definitely could have made the audience less boring, and for me personally. That's just a little tiny flaw from my perspective. Another thing, guys, that I found rare about this movie is that the ending, I felt like it wasn't as strong as the middle. I felt like the most entertaining scenes of this movie happened in the middle, and the ending was kind of not as amazing. I felt like it just happened on the spot. I feel like if they could have explained it more, then I could have been invested in it. I felt like if they could fix some of those hiccups in the movie involving the pacing and the ending, it could have been an overall amazing film. Overall, guys, Ex Machina was a good film with great acting, great dialogue, great cinematography. It blew me away. On my rating scale, guys, I'm going to give Ex Machina a 4.5 out of 5. It's a great movie, but if they could have fixed some of the stuff towards the end of the film, then it overall would have been a perfect 5 out of 5. But I totally recommend watching it, guys. Have you guys watched Ex Machina yet? If you have, let me know down below in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching this review, and if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up, and be sure to subscribe today for more content. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!